We got a renegade cop running around here.
You're looking for him.
I think I know who Diego's looking for.
According to our unnamed source, a certain someone just came to town.
What do you know about our imported affair?
There is a man here. Not too many people have seen his face and live to tell about it.
This man you don't speak of, sabe que lo está buscando.
This is Lady Grace. We're hanging out at Underground Express. I have got to tell you, Jose, I'm a little bit scared after watching the last part of the movie. I don't think I'll be doing any traveling to the Wekiva Springs River anytime soon. Talk to us. How does it feel?
It feels great. I'm actually. Hold on, give me just a second. Are we okay? So should we get out step by step?
Okay, so we are now outside with Jose. We got kicked out of the movie theater. Can you believe it? They kicked the director out of his own movie.
Man, what's the world coming to? Wow.
Well, I want to get a little bit, we got lots of video of you answering questions for the Full Sail students, but I definitely want to hear a little bit of behind the scenes from you. Just, you know, talking to a lot of underground filmmakers out there, being able to produce something like this with the very little budget that you had, and to come out with something so amazing, you got a lot to say. I know you do. So.
Well, the thing I have to say is basically right now the playing field is kind of even. Actually, I think it was Francis Ford Coppola that said this recently, that now the playing field is kind of even now. Now you can actually compete. What I would like to say to filmmakers is like, don't be afraid of formats. Just go out there. Right now, for $3,000-4,000, you can get yourself like almost like 24p cameras and really go out there and shoot a film. But at the same time, the other side of that is like try to study a little bit of cinematography to apply yourself in terms of the arts. I mean, it is a craft, it is an art. Try to get yourself polished in terms of cinematography, in terms of your writing skills, this and that, and then go out and make your film. But the exciting thing is like you have the possibility to go out there and shoot your film and make it happen and dream, and it's like it's available out there for you. So the other thing I would say to filmmakers out there, to independent filmmakers, is shoot. Just keep on shooting. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Don't let the obstacles stop you. Just don't stop dreaming. Just keep on going and do it. In the case of The Sacred, this film, we had every possibility to fail because we had no money. I mean, virtually no money. We had very difficult locations. I mean, it was just everything against us, and we made it happen. And it was mainly not me. It was mainly because filmmaking it's a collaborative effort. I mean, I always see directors go like my film and my film, but in reality, yes, you can say it's your film. You are mainly like the orchestra director, but you need the orchestra. It's a collaborative effort. So. It was fun. It was fun.
You mentioned a lot about you know, how many people it takes involved in the film to make this happen with such a low budget. How many people did you actually have working on the film?
At any given time, I had about 30 people, 30 well-motivated people. In many ways, a film shoot, especially an independent film shoot, is like a filter. A lot of a lot of students. Especially film students, when they see this work to be done, they just turn around and leave. You know, and it's a nature, it's a human nature. You know, oh my God, I have to be lifting those sandbags and I have to be like lifting cable. No way. No.
You mean you're trying to tell me that they weren't jumping like head first to be the ones doing the water?
Well, no. The thing about it is like the ones that remain after the filtering process begins, these like 30 or 40 people that remain were just amazing. And yes, they were jumping in like beyond cold water. They were just doing things that, oh my God, I felt so bad. I was like, oh my God, if they're gonna be in the water like that, they might catch pneumonia or something like that. Or if you're gonna get in the water, I'm gonna get in the water with them. I mean, it's difficult. We were shooting in waters that had alligators on them. And it was crazy. And the actors too, I must say, the actors were game, and that's the other thing. They were not divas, and they're on their way up, by the way. These are 5 actors that are on their way up, and we just caught them just at the right time before they became big and famous, and they don't want to get in the water.
I was wondering about that. Some of the actors and actresses in the film look familiar. How did you end up with these particular people? Because you wrote 3 days, right? Yeah. The script. So did you cast it as well, or?
Well, the thing about in the original screenplay, we have very basic characters. It could have turned into a very cliche thing. It's all about casting. If you cast well, half of the battle is done. If you right locations and right casting. We got lucky. I mean, we found Jessica Blackmore, which is a fantastic actress. I mean, the one at the end of the film. she's just even when she wasn't fully, when she was really tired and she wasn't really on all, she has this. It's effortless. It's just the girl is amazing. Dave Mackey, who plays, I guess the jock character. You have Jordan Wall, Ryan Marcico. We found him all through casting at Full Sail. We just called. I was really kind of disappointed with a lot of the castings I've done in the past, because you always find people that kind of just wake up one day and say, we're going to be an actor. And like, there's no, it doesn't work. So these people we found young people that were good looking, but at the same time they have something behind it. They were just not just like a pretty face. They were just like, there's something there. And then you give them a few lines and then they just kind of start adding things and changing things up. And I love that. I love improvisation. The one actor in the film, Ryan Marzico, who plays Zach, he just started improvising stuff. This is great. And I was like, yeah, let's include that, So.
You said something about the snake is kind of like the I know, you gotta tell us that story.
Yeah, we had no money for special effects. We had a little bit of money, but the person we gave to do the special effects, I mean, he wasn't available to us all the time. So it was we had students that were helping us with makeup, and for example, the wounds are in the back of the actress. That was just like some powder and like pancake and stuff, then with some paint on it, whatever it took just to make it happen. The snake in the river, it was just we call it crapora because it looked like that in a river, and it was a bunch of toilet paper wrapped in with gaff tape with a fishing line, and then we had to go digitally go in and just erase the fishing line a little bit. You can still see it something. There was a moment in which the trees are full of a bunch of meat and dead animals and stuff like that. That was supposed to be a bunch of real well-formed animals, but those effects did not happen. So I went to a Puerto Rican market. I went to the butcher shop. I bought a bunch of meat, like intestines and stuff like that. Put some red blood on it, and boom, that's it. Put it up there.
What was the beating heart? What part was that?
The beating heart was basically we got it from a Puerto Rican market, and it was two kids basically pulling these strings like this, and that's it. And of course, I'm shooting it from one angle, and on the other angle, the strings are going like this. So it's all trying to make it happen. Like there's a skeleton that falls right in front of one of the actors. It goes like this big skeleton. It's actually, you can actually still see it in one of those Halloween stores. It's like a skull with legs, spider legs on it. We just took the skull out, put a bunch of syrup on it, and there it is. Put it on a fishing line, and it jumps. And whatever it works, The thing is, with lenses, you can hide a lot of things. The angles, if you, that's where you get really creative, with stuff. It's challenging to make something that looks very crappy and real life, to make it look interesting. So it's we got lucky with that,
Well, I know this is going to be really tough for you, but if you had to put your finger on it, what was the favorite part of making the movie for you?
God, it was such hell. No, it was favorite part of the movie is towards the very end, when we had to shoot our actress, the whole final scene in the ground, the whole thing. That was fun. I gotta mention that the film has only 2 props on it. That big totem pole, we used it for everything. Originally, it was gonna be a bunch of totem poles. Like when they were digging for stuff, I was like, well, I asked for some archaeological stuff that they got, but we don't have anything. I'm like, just open a hole, dig a hole, and put the totem pole in there, and just put a bunch of dirt, and they can just go like this. Oh, look what we found, and it basically just uncovering the totem pole, And so that's all we had. And whenever we needed some other piece of stuff, we just kind of rip it out of the totem pole and bury it or something. There's an archaeological find. It was difficult. It was, but you make it happen. So I have to say, I have to thank Full Sail for their support, and I encourage all the other schools, and even Full Sail too, to continue supporting films like this. Not only horror films, but dramas and stuff. There's some amazing amount of scripts out there and stories and great storytellers, even better ones than me, that are basically just out there waiting for their opportunity. So hopefully you guys, hopefully, especially in film schools, they'll understand that this is part of a really good education for them. And for all filmmakers, one more time, just keep on shooting. Just keep on shooting. Like the camera that's shooting me right now, this whole camera, you can actually go out there and shoot a film with this. You can really go out, there's nothing stopping you. Just write the screenplay, go out there and shoot, so.
Well, awesome words of encouragement. Honestly, it's one of those things, you have to go watch it. You're going to have to come figure out what happens in the sacred, but definitely worth watching. And I actually want to let everybody know we're not sitting at the Enzion Theater. This is actually the Plaza Cinema Theater, downtown Orlando. So this place was kind enough to bring an indie film into their place, and that's what Underground Express is all about. We love the people that support it. So
I must say also that I gotta thank the Plaza Cinema Theater. I mean, any theater in town will probably charge you a fortune, to get in here, and well, they will look down on you. I was out to say the Plaza Cinema Theater never looked down on us. It's a great place to go and watch a big movie and to watch independent films. If you have an independent film that you think it would be worthwhile showing, you should come over here and check them out to see if they will give you a chance to show the film.
Big comfy seats, you get to kick back and relax, your friends will be happy.
It's amazing, it's amazing. I think it's a great thing for independent filmmakers, so thank you, Plaza Cinema Theater downtown, it's awesome. Okay. Yeah.